Hi guys, generally I don't talk in my videos, but I feel like that this needs to be addressed firsthand and it's too hard to explain just by typing. Um, as you can probably see from the title, this is for rabbits, like rabbit owners specifically. Um, it's not much information, but I can give my story and then maybe it can help other rabbit owners if the same situation occurs. Um, as you can see from the picture, those are my two rabbits. Um, Actually, yesterday the black and silver one just died. Also, sorry for any background noise. Anyways, the black and silver one died yesterday because of the GI Stasis. Um, if you don't know what GI Stasis is already, it is um, it's common in rabbits. It's basically where a blockage in the rabbit's intestines stops the intestines of the stomach like moving, and symptoms of that are like the rabbit hunched on its hind paws, or not hind, its front paws, because it doesn't want to put weight on its stomach. Another symptom is eyes squinted shut because of the pain. Also, your rabbit not eating and drinking, obviously. This is a serious issue, and it did kill my rabbit. And I wish I would have known the information I know now yesterday, because then her death could have been prevented easily, but I didn't know. So basically what happened was we walked by her cage and we noticed that she wasn't moving. And I was like, oh, I think maybe she's just tired, and I put her on my bed and she still didn't move, so I'm like, oh no, I need to take her to the vet, but it was Sunday, so there aren't many vets open on Sunday, so we had to take her to an emergency room. We called the place and we were like, hey, do you guys take rabbits? Because rabbits are considered exotic animals, so not many vet places will take them. And so we took her in a box because we couldn't find the carrier and we were rushing. We took her in a box and we called the place, and there we were like, hey, do you okay, so I already said this. So they told us that there was a rabbit specialist there, but he works the night shift, so he would leave by 8 o'clock in the morning. And they told us that if we got there before 8, then he could look at her. We did get there before 8, and he never looked at her. So that also led to her death because a rabbit's doctor did not look at her. So we got there, we sent her, the vet tech came out to our car and took her, and that was the last time I saw her alive. We waited in the parking lot for 3 hours before they called us, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna start treatment on Gracie, or my rabbit's name is Gracie, and we were like, wait, you didn't start treatment yet? This GI stasis is a serious problem and needed to be addressed immediately. So anyways, they called us in, and they put us in a room because they're like, hey, you guys want to see Gracie before she starts treatment? We're like, yeah. And then the vet came in and was like, unfortunately, I have bad news. Your rabbit passed away from cardiac arrest. And they said that she walked into the cage to go get her, but she had already she had cardiac arrest as she walked by. And she said this had happened 5 minutes before that they came in the room because they were going to go get her. And as we're doing more research, I realize now that she had already been cold when they brought her in the room for us to see her blood body, because we took her home and buried her. She was already cold, and if she had just died 5 minutes before, then she should have been warm. So what I think happened was she had died before, and they didn't check on her, and they made up the cardiac arrest thing as an excuse because they didn't do treatment on her when they should have. Yeah. Also, yeah, what could have prevented her from dying was if right away they syringe fed her, food and water. She would have not died if they did that to get her stomach moving. because she didn't eat for that long, for over 13 hours, I'm sorry. Yeah, so basically, guys, what I'm telling you is if you own a rabbit and you notice that they have GI Stasis, any of the symptoms I told you, take them immediately to the nearest animal hospital that takes rabbits. And if they aren't listening to you, immediately tell them, like, no, you need to get food and water in them right now, because they need that immediately, or else they will die, like what happened to my rabbit. She just sat there for 3 hours back in the cage while she was dying and in pain, and they didn't do anything. Anyways, guys, I hope you can learn from this if you are a rabbit owner, and please help spread this awareness to anyone else you know who may be a rabbit owner. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, bye.